What's going on YouTube? It's Josh, aka Sloshy Joshy, bringing you another YouTube video. In today's video, we are going over the top 5 wide receivers to avoid this upcoming fantasy season. People that I think are getting drafted way too high and have big bust potential, or people to just avoid in general, because I don't think they're going to do good at all. So don't draft them at all. But let's get into the list. So at number 1, we have a guy on the Houston Texans. His name is Brandon Cooks. Cooks has been bouncing around teams for a reason, right? He's a good receiver, but he's not great. He has speed for sure. But I think his situation he's in this year is just really sticky, dude. He's got Deshaun Watson, obviously. So if Deshaun Watson plays, his stock goes up a little bit, but I'm still not drafting him. And I think most of us expect Deshaun Jackson, or not Jackson. Did I say that before too? Good God, Deshaun Watson. A lot of us think that he probably won't play much this year, if at all. So if that happens, then do not draft anyone on the Texans offense, as they will be crap and are almost a lock for the number 1 draft pick, I would think. So yeah, stay tuned on that. But Brandon Cooks, I'm avoiding him, even if Deshaun Watson plays really. Not seeing that production from him. Not seeing that. I don't think he's going to step up and be that wide receiver 1 that most people think he might be. I think Will Fuller's a better receiver, and he left. So I don't think Brandon Cooks steps up in this role. I'm avoiding him this year at all costs. Don't draft Brandon Cooks. All right, and coming in at number 2, this guy's a good receiver. I think he's just in a crowded wide receiver room, and I think he's slowly getting pushed out. And that's JuJu SmithSchuster of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this guy's getting drafted a little high. I think Claypool and Deontay Johnson are the 1 and 2 there now. Juju's just the kind of that slot guy, and doesn't seem to get as many targets from Ben as Chase and Deontay, I think, is Ben's favorite. So JuJu SmithSchuster, not feeling him this year. Don't think he's going to get. I don't think he's going to get a lot of targets, to be honest. I was surprised he actually re-signed with the Steelers. I thought he was going to leave and go play elsewhere. But that Steelers offense will be good for sure. But I think it's going to be a Najee Harris, a Deontay Johnson, and a Chase Claypool offense with JuJu SmithSchuster kind of being a solid number 3 option, but not big fantasy numbers. So for that reason, he is number 2 on my list. All right, and coming in at number 3, this one's going to be a hot take. I think a lot of people like this guy. I'm not a huge fan of him, and I even live in Tampa. Good receiver, but don't think he's going to be as big of a dog as a lot of people think he is. And that's going to be Chris Godwin of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pretty hot take, I know. Look at the marks on my nose from my glasses. I'm a bum. Chris Godwin of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not feeling him this year, man. Got him last year. Didn't play well at all. Was very injured. Seemed like he didn't mesh well with Brady for some reason. Mike Evans, clear favorite there. Even Scotty Miller was getting a lot of targets. And then, of course, Gronk came on at the end of the year. And I think O.J. Howard coming back this year as well is a big addition for the offense. He was injured most of last year, I think. So getting him back, that's going to swallow up a lot of targets as well. And then they have Fournette, obviously a good running back. So a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of weapons. Godwin is a good receiver. He's worth a bench spot, but he's going way too high for what his value is. He's going in like 3rd rounds, and I don't see it. I don't see him being a 3rd round value. I think he's probably a bench player. Could surprise me this year. Who knows? But got a little banged up last year. Wasn't impressed with all the hype around him last year, and I'm seeing that same amount of hype this year. So I'm not buying it this year. I'm selling it. So Chris Godwin's my number 3. All right, and coming in at number 4, kind of the same deal with JuJu. This guy's been pretty solid for the past few years. Pretty solid in fantasy too, actually. Oh, shoot. Wait, what? Get this. Just got this in. Sorry, hot off the press. Patriots trade for Ravens cornerback Shaun Wade. He's a rookie, never played. And they're going to give him this year's 7th round pick and next year's 5th to the Ravens for Shaun Wade. Interesting. That does not happen often. I wonder where they drafted Shaun Wade. I think he was a later round pick, like a 5th or later. Interesting. I know he played at Ohio State. That's a pretty cool trade. I'd say the Patriots get a cornerback, a rookie corner who's never played, and the Ravens get a 7th and 5th round pick. All right. Well, that was cool. Whatever. Good to know though. Patriots getting a lot of trades this offseason, man. They've been making some moves. I don't think Belichick liked losing. But anyway, back to the topic. Tyler Boyd, Cincinnati Bengals. Crowded wide receiver room. Jamar Chase definitely taking that one spot this year. I'd almost bet all my money on it. T. Higgins rose up last year, played really well. Definitely a solid number 2 receiver there in Cincy. And I think Boyd just kind of falls into this spot that JuJu does. That third wide receiver, kind of the slot guy. Doesn't get a lot of big games, but, makes those 3rd and short plays that you love to have on your offense. But fantasy-wise, they just don't do a lot. 1 catch for 7 yards. Maybe 4 or 5 big catches, but you're only getting like 40 yards. That doesn't translate well in fantasy. So Tyler Boyd, kind of a crowded situation, same as JuJu. He is my number 4 on the list. All right, coming in at number 5. I've never liked this guy in fantasy, to be honest. I dropped his name earlier in the video, actually. On a new home, Miami Dolphins. Will Fuller is the man I'm talking about. Dude is the epitome of boom or bust. The epitome. And nothing makes me rage more in fantasy than inconsistency. Because then you start plugging in players and you start moving your roster around too much and you lose games by overthinking when you have a bunch of inconsistent players. And it really makes me mad. I know it makes a ton of you mad out there for sure. But Will Fuller, man, you got the injury history. I think he's suspended 2 games this year. 1 or 2 games. It's not a big one, but suspended 2 games. Tua, dude, I don't know. I'm not big on Tua. Deshaun last year, maybe Will Fuller would have been a better pick. But with Tua, not sold on the deep ball accuracy. Will Fuller is very much a deep ball wide receiver. He's a streak runner. Has the speed, has the size, but fragile, inconsistent, boom or bust. Not doing it this year. Not drafting him at all. I'm avoiding him. What do you guys think? So yeah, that wraps up the video. Let me know what you guys think about my top 5 players to avoid, wide receivers to avoid. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. Appreciate all your feedback, man. It really means a lot. And I'm going to keep pumping these videos out, so I'll see you on the next one. Peace.